Hello everybody, this is Dr. Cole. It's now late Saturday as I'm speaking to you on August 6th, now entering week 6 of Political Science 1013 for the summer term, the second 7 weeks. Alright everybody, many of you will be seeing this, most all of you, on Sunday the 7th, I assume. Our exam, our third exam, will be all day Monday the 8th for 24 hours. The exam is up and ready to go. It will cover Units 5 and 6 on the presidency and executive branch, and then on the federal bureaucracy. Everyone, you have 4 articles to read. One of them is from the NBC News website, and it argues that Joe Biden doesn't need to be reined in spite of some of the gaffes he may have made. Yet another article from the Wall Street Journal suggests that Biden needs to fire more people who are working for him. A third article about Biden suggests that he should not run in 2024, should not run for re-election. And then the fourth article, related to our unit on the bureaucracy, deals with federal employees who measure the rate of inflation by checking prices around the country. Okay. Everybody, one student has gotten in touch with me about difficulties accessing these articles. 2 of these articles are from the Wall Street Journal. Now, you got instructions earlier in the term. Look at your announcements on your course website from back in the beginning of the term. You have instructions on how to access material from the Wall Street Journal using the OPSU Library's institutional subscription, the McKee Library. So follow those instructions, and you should be able to access the Wall Street Journal material, which is 2 of our articles. The other 2 articles are from the NBC News website and from the Atlantic Monthly website, theatlantic.com. And both of those should be available to you without going through any kind of paywall. If you are having difficulty, remember the exam is Monday. You'll need to contact me tomorrow, Sunday, or perhaps early Monday, and I will try to get that material to you if you are having trouble accessing it. But you really shouldn't have any trouble accessing this material. Remember, you have instructions on how to reach the Wall Street Journal material. Everybody, the final exam will be 2 weeks from this weekend, the 20th and 21st. Grades are due, I believe, on the 24th, a couple of days after that. I mentioned last week, anyone interested in doing a term paper should contact me. I've heard from at least one student. Remember, it's not obligatory or required to do this, but it's something that may help you raise a low grade from earlier in the term. So, if you would like to do that, it's time to get started because we have a little over 2 weeks left in the term at this point. So we will take the exam on Monday the 8th. And once again, I'll ask anybody who may be considering a term paper to get in touch with me. Now everybody, once we finish the exam on Monday the 8th, we have the final exam material left. And that will be Units 7 and 8 on the Supreme Court and Congress. So we need to get started looking at that material. I'm going to conduct our last discussion of the term once the exam is over, and it will be a few days from now. Watch for an announcement about that in an email. It will concern the Supreme Court and the Dobbs decision in which the Supreme Court overturned the Roe versus Wade decision from 1973. And you'll be asked to discuss, did the court do the right thing and what should be done now? So I'll be interested to hear your thoughts on that. Now everyone, in the Supreme Court Unit 7, we start out by discussing how the Supreme Court does its business. We move on to look at the court as a political institution. Now, some will say, well, the Supreme Court is a legal, not a political institution, but we found it hard to keep politics out of the Supreme Court. The last 4 vacancies on the Supreme Court and the nomination of a candidate to fill those vacancies, it's all been extremely acrimonious. Remember, the Senate must confirm any nomination to the Supreme Court. And that will be preceded by a hearing before the Senate Judiciary Committee, and then the nomination will be advanced to the full Senate. The last several nominations have been extremely acrimonious. Okay. Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson has now joined the court. She was confirmed on a party line vote, pretty close to a complete party line vote, I think. And there was some acrimony before the Judiciary Committee in her confirmation hearings. That was especially true for the 3 nominations that were filled before Justice Jackson, the 3 that were filled by Donald Trump. And there was quite a bit of political controversy attending all 3 of those nominations of Neil Gorsuch, Brett Kavanaugh, and Amy Coney Barrett. This is all discussed in the class notes. It just suggests to us how fraught some of the issues have become into which the Supreme Court has become involved. You might have heard that since the Dobbs decision, really just a few days ago, there was a ballot proposition in Kansas, where many of you may be from, and the pro-choice side won that ballot proposition. It was a proposition to amend the Kansas Constitution so that the legislature would have been able to restrict abortion, but that ballot proposition failed. And I think I'm going to give you something to read about that event in Kansas from just a few days ago. So, in the Supreme Court unit, we try to lay out how the Supreme Court does its business. We discuss some of these recent nomination and confirmation fights and the issue of the Supreme Court as a political institution. Then we look at some of the recent major decisions, landmark decisions we call them, of the Supreme Court in the post-World War II period. We begin with Brown versus the Board of Education over segregation of public schools, and we wind up with the abortion decisions, the Dobbs versus Jackson decision that overturned Roe versus Wade from 1973. There are 2 other decisions that are discussed in that part of the class notes, which come at the very end of the notes for Unit 7. So I'll be interested to know what everybody has to say about that, or what you think about it. We'll be taking the exam over Units 5 and 6 Monday the 8th. And immediately after that, we'll start on Unit 7, one of 2 units for the final exam, and we'll be conducting a discussion, our last discussion of the term, over the Supreme Court and the Dobbs decision, and be watching for an announcement about that. The readings you'll be asked to do and the exact dates for that discussion will be going out after the exam this Monday the 8th. All right, so we're coming to the end of the term. We have a couple of weeks left. Once again, if you are thinking of writing a term paper, please contact me about your topic, and I'll try to provide any help that I can. Otherwise, we have the exam Monday the 8th, and then we'll be dealing with the final exam material, the exam coming up on the 20th and 21st, and we'll be having a discussion in a few days about the Supreme Court and the Dobbs decision. That will be our last discussion of the term. So I wish you good luck on the exam on Monday. Once again, it will be 50 true, false, and multiple choice items. You have those readings to do and the class notes for Units 5 and 6. So we'll do that Monday. We wish you good luck. Study hard, take it easy, and we'll talk to you once again a week from now at this time.